By age 50, approximately half of all men and women will experience significant, visible hair loss. We are constantly bombarded with generic, commercialized shampoos and unproven topical hacks. But halting hair loss is not about cosmetic magic. It is a strict challenge of cellular biology and pharmacology. Today, we are stripping away the pseudoscientific myths and analyzing the exact microscopic mechanisms of how you lose your hair, and the clinical protocols proven to halt and reverse that loss. Before we analyze the data, subscribe to the Medmetrics for objective medical truth. To understand how to save your hair, you must look at the 3 distinct phases of a hair's life cycle, all governed by a microscopic stem cell niche located deep within the hair follicle bulb. The first phase is the Anagen phase, where your stem cells actively produce keratin to push the hair strand out of the scalp. On your scalp, this growth window lasts between 2 to 8 years. Following this is the Catagen phase, where the hair stops growing and the follicle aggressively recedes from the inside out. Finally, the hair enters the Telogen phase, which is a state of total cellular rest. If the stem cell niche remains healthy, the cycle restarts. But if it is chronically starved or damaged, the follicle undergoes permanent apoptosis, meaning the hair is gone forever. To save your hair, you must master 2 separate clinical pathways. Pathway 1 is the blood flow mechanism. Hair growth is an incredibly metabolically demanding process that requires a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients. This is why clinicians utilize Minoxidil, a potent vasodilator originally developed for cardiac hypertension. Minoxidil physically expands the capillaries feeding the hair follicle, forcefully extending the anagen growth phase. To maximize this mechanical effect, clinical data points to microneedling. Utilizing needles between 1 and 2.5 millimeters creates localized micro-wounds that trigger an aggressive inflammatory healing response, forcefully waking up dormant telogen stem cells. Pathway 2 is the hormonal defense. As we age, an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase converts free testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. If you are genetically predisposed, DHT binds directly to the androgen receptors on your scalp, aggressively miniaturizing the hair follicle until it completely suffocates. To stop this hormonal assault, clinicians use Finasteride, which chemically inhibits the 5-alpha reductase enzyme to drop systemic DHT by up to 70%, halting hair loss in 90% of patients. If you want to avoid heavy pharmaceuticals, over-the-counter options like 2% Ketoconazole shampoo can clear sebum and act as a mild localized androgen blocker, while topical caffeine acts as a potent phosphodiesterase inhibitor to directly stimulate insulin-like growth factor 1. Reversing hair loss is a long-term project of combination therapy. You must deploy a mechanical stimulus alongside a chemical pathway blocker to achieve total biological victory over your hair matrix. Subscribe to the Medmetrics and take absolute command of your metabolic and cellular health today.